Here. Paul, I know you
Yeah,
had
I
a
wanted
question.
to switch gears slightly. You mentioned something a little bit earlier, and it's something that I've been talking about, we've all been talking about for the last 18 months or so, and it's Russiagate, right? I've been skeptical of this story from the beginning. I dislike the way it's presented. The accusations are all over the place. It was these emails. No, it was those emails. No, it was Don Jr. meeting with someone. No, it was this. No, it was that. Definitely Russia. Definitely collusion. And we're like, where's the evidence? Show us what is the real accusation and what can we really get behind? Because yes, I agree, a foreign government interfering with our election process should be handled. That's a big deal. On Friday, just yesterday, Mueller gave us 12 indictments of Russians, right?
12 Russians who will never see the light of court. Never. It's the same. They indicted 12 Twitter trolls. They indict 12 people. Again, with zero evidence. It's all about the assessment of the intelligence community. And here's why you know there'll never be a prosecution in this that has anything to do with treason, or it's because the hack of the emails happened on the DNC server. The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security was not allowed access to those servers. Mm-hmm. So we will never ever have proof of that. And why do you think? So if someone broke into your house, you'd want the cops to come in your house to investigate it. Well, the Democratic National Committee did not want that to happen. So right there, they're lying liars who cheat. And that's what this is. This is propaganda, cheating, the Russian narrative. I've talked about it on my show. They did internal polling for Hillary Clinton before the election, and they found out Hillary Clinton's biggest vulnerability was her tie to Russia, because Bill Clinton got $500,000 from a Russian bank to give one speech, and then she did the Uranium One deal, and Hillary Clinton's own campaign did internal polling, and they found out that was her greatest vulnerability. When people found out about her ties to Russia, that it really changed their votes. So what do? Machiavelli taught us that what do is you take your biggest weakness, you throw it on your opponent. And that's exactly what's happening. And because people hate Trump, they'll let their critical thinking skills go away, and they'll just repeat establishment propaganda. This is exactly how McCarthyism happened. Go watch Good Night and Good Luck. It was the whole country, just like it's happening now, right, doing it. And it was just a few people standing up telling the truth, and they would get fired for it. They would lose their job for it, just like it's happening now.
But this is an interesting take on the indictments that likely you're not going to get any of these Russian government officials to actually show up in court.
They'll never show up.
So we may never actually see this evidence they claim they have. But so a lot of folks that will tell me that I'm the conspiracy theorist for being skeptical of this claim.
Yeah, I know. So when you're debunking a conspiracy, they call you a conspiracy theorist. They go, Jimmy Dore doesn't go along with the Russiagate, so he's a conspiracy. No, that's a conspiracy theory, Russiagate. I'm debunking it. So people don't even know. They've been so brainwashed that they don't even know what they're saying. Well, they don't know what they're saying at all.
If we'll ever see the evidence, then we have something to talk about. But you're right, we may not in this case. That's just really fascinating. Do you think, so what people bring up is Mueller doesn't dish out indictments willy-nilly. Like, he does that when he's got evidence.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Turns out he does.
Turns out maybe that's the case. Okay.
Turns out he's a liar. Turns out he lied the country. He was one of the guys who lied to Congress and the country into the Iraq War. That's who Robert Mueller is. Mm-hmm. He's one of our head spooks, which means he's a big liar.
Yeah, paid liar.
He's a paid liar. So that's who Robert Mueller is. He doesn't have integrity. None of these guys do. The guys, the FBI, they're so full of integrity. Hey, why don't you go infiltrate Black Lives Matter again? Why don't you go infiltrate Occupy Wall Street again? Why don't you go plant evidence on the Black Panthers again? Why don't you? I mean, that's who the FBI is. Let's not forget who these people are, right? They're not Boy Scouts. These are people who are criminals, half of them themselves, and a half turn away. Robert Mueller's a criminal. Robert Mueller lied to us about going into Iraq, and I have the video that I love to play on my show. And he doesn't believe what he's saying. He can't even make eye contact. He can't even look up when he's saying it. So let's keep in mind who these people are. Now these people from the CIA get jobs at MSNBC and NBC News and CNN. The CIA used to have to infiltrate news organizations. Now they give them $1,000 contracts right up in front. So, as Chris Hedges said, they're stealing and cheating right out in the open. The oligarchs don't care anymore. They have no shame. Barack Obama.